We can put this there to record us playing a game. No, it's already recording. It's already. No, that's okay. Like this. Yes. We can maybe record here, then we turn here.
Turn.
No, leave it there. Leave it there.
Always.
We record a little bit and then we turn to us.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know why I do this?
No.
I have 2 kids. And they ask, Dad, how is your life in China? Send us pictures. Tell us how you're doing there. So sometimes I record something and then I send it to them so they could see me having fun with the students.
They will miss you so much.
I'm gonna see them in this next month. I will go to Brazil. I'm gonna spend my vacation with them. The last time was in 2019, 4 years ago. Because of the pandemics, I wasn't able to travel.
什么4年前啊？你都跟他说一遍，你跟他说一遍。你俩孩儿一个19，一个14岁。哦。19，一个4岁。哦，我去年1月14日。他记录这个是为了和他们分享，然后呢后边来说啥？那他们比较好去中国是生活啊，然后呢我这儿听懂了，后边没听懂。有了。他下个月会回国，回巴西，然后跟他们一块儿度过假期。
所以说，只有他一个人在这儿，然后呢。
Okay, who's the winner? You're the winner, right? So you start.
You start. I don't have.
You don't have it? Not the number, not the color, right? Okay. 8 blue. I have 8 yellow.
Oh, no.
Yellow 3.
Yellow.
Yes.
可以放，
拿来配呀，拿来配。No change.
Now it goes back to you.
我没有。
Oh, sorry.
Just speak Chinese. 我很喜欢绿的。
Now go back to me.
I have this.
4, 3. Come on, you.
It's my turn.
Go back to you.
No.
5.
这个呢
Blue. I don't.
什么了刚才
9. I don't have 9. 9.
哎呦
Plus 2. Do you have another one like this?
No.
Red
啥
for
意
you.
思？这个时候必须要有2吗
Do you have another one?
？No. 有另一个加2吗？
哦，另一个
就是如果你有加2，不要
Red for you.
不用加4。
Red.
加4张是什么？4张，4个红色。
不，你先放一个红的。就是如果我有加2，开始加2的话，你都该加。
Go back to me. I don't have
的
it.
话就
4张红的，还是说4个？
稍微4张。就是你发4张开。
Go back to you.
无所谓。
Go back.
我知道。
Yes. Go back to me. Green.
So. You don't have.
哦，可以，第一种色。选一个色。
Green. 没有。我就一眼我就知道。
哎，可以加。可以。
Two. Can put together?
No.
Only one.
Only I give them 2?
No, you give her one, but we all see.
No. Yeah, no. She put it. Yes, she can put it this one. So I put the other one. Yeah. So 4 for you. Now it's my turn. What color?
Oh my god. Right.
Red. No. It's my turn. She bought it. It's my turn. Red.
You hold it to me.
Red. She's the winner.
哦，怎么回事？我是在给你做加油。稍微有点占到。就是说，他那个加2嘞、加4嘞，就是你有一样的就可以了。
If you speak in English, we can count this as a study time. But if you speak in Chinese, it's just for fun. Do you understand?
Yeah, we understand.
So if you speak in English, we can say that we are studying English.
We
But
said it's a little bit use our mind. 会发音会，那边可以英文。
还有 speak English，
Yes, I can speak English, not Chinese.
他们会说巴西，speak English。
So what is your major?
专业呀。
太离大了。
Oh, we are saying.
Oh, you're classmates?
No. We are at grade 3, but she on grade 1.
Oh, okay, but the same major.
Yeah.
Major in
Accounting.
accounting。
Do you like accounting? Do you like it?
Do you like it?
Little。
My question is, if you don't like it, why are you doing it? 3, 4.
My mom said it's better for the job.
Yeah.
But you can make money in any field, but you've got to do something that you enjoy because you're going to spend a good portion of your life doing it. If you don't like it, it's going to be very hard to endure.
Robot. But some job may
For example,
use the robot.
there's a lot of bad things about my job. I'm here in China. I don't see my kids for 4 years. I don't speak the language. I don't speak Chinese, right? I don't have any family here with me. So there's a lot of bad things. But I love my job. This makes so much easier for me to stay here and enjoy it. If I don't speak the language, don't have friends, hate my job, that's going to be the worst thing ever. So you need to enjoy what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, I give everyone card. Okay. So who's the winner? Who's the winner? You're the winner.
Eco.
Oh, for example, this one has no color in it, right? So let's get the other one.
No.
我天。没有。
Wait, what color? Red.
Red. Okay. Which color? Which color? Blue.
Blue。
Which color?
为什么
Green.
？Green.
Skip you?
跳
Skip
过。你。
Green.
She don't have. She don't have. Doesn't. Okay.
Yes。
Blue.
Blue.
返回去。
返回去。
你可以用吗？
This.
You have another one?
No。
Blue for you. Eight. 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 Yellow. Yellow. No, yellow. 放进去，
放进去，放进去，夹特夹死。
Which color?
选一个。
选一个颜色。
Yellow。
你觉得？
你有零没有？
没有。
我不选 yellow 了啊，太严了。有 yellow 了。Five。
Yellow.
Five or
No。
Five. 哦
The same number.
Same number.
Five. Red.
No.
I win.
我这一拔子玩到啥时候？
No.
I win. I can put this one. I choose the color.
Oh.
You put this one?
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. Now you're.
I know.
Oh, you put this one. Now it's your turn. Okay.
你没有
没有红的就开始给你发红的，发到为止。
You can put this one again. Now I'll go back to you. Now I win.
The ending is me.
We can keep playing this one here, but I also have some Legos to assemble if you want to do this. You know Legos? To assemble. We can assemble together if you want to do this. We can.
a long time.
Yeah, maybe.
乐高
We're
要皮包上
If you keep speaking English, we can say you're studying English.
乐高。
I have a simple one. This is simple. This is simpler than this one. This is easier than this one.
Yes.
Yes, yes. We can maybe keep playing the game or maybe do this other one.
二选一，玩这个玩这个。
What? In English?
One.
Huh? You want this? Okay, let's keep playing the game. The game is fun. The game is also fun.
Yeah. 银锤子艇。
I bought a box full of those, so I'm gonna take with me to Brazil. I'm gonna give one to my brother, one to my sister, one to my mom, one to everybody, one to my kids. I have 20 of this. Yeah, I bought a box with 20. So when I get back to Brazil, I'm gonna give it to my family, like my brothers, my kids, my mom, everyone. I'm gonna give one of them just as a.
There's no.
No, there is. I just don't want to arrive there empty-handed. I just want to have something to give.
Local product.
好大。
又比你们老板人。
52.
52.
52, yes.
Oh,
Really? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how old are you guys? 20, 19, 21?
22.
22? 21?
19大哥。
20. 19. You're the youngest. I am the oldest.
妈呀，这么多！
2019. 穷。我以为你是在说 rap， 因为我脑子里正是 rap。
So people usually ask me, right? You have kids? What is your wife? I'm divorced. So before you ask anything, because people ask, where's your wife then? So I am divorced since 2014, 10 years. This is why I'm here, John. Because if I was still married, I probably would not be here.
如果他喜欢，他会在这儿。
So who wins the game? I win. Yes. Okay. Okay. Back to me. I don't have. Okay. Back to you again. Skip you. Skip.
跳过，
you.
跳过。
Okay, I have another two, so 4 for you, 3, 4. Red?
Red.
No red. So what color?
选一个
Blue. 8.
8。绿色。
blue
Green
绿
8.
的。
或者你用这个颜色吧。
or
No.
Green. Green. Two. Two.
Which color?
Green.
Green. Hey, green.
没。
Go back to you.
어머. 人家升座了，魏公。
Okay, go back to you.
不要用红色，不要弄红色。好，不要用红色。不要用红色，不要用红色，红色很中间。
Blue.
Blue. When you're
跳过。
Alright, skip me. Skip you. What color? If you choose red, I win. You don't want to help me? You don't want to help me? Red.
爱的。你刚才先抿一下。
Go
哦，
back to you.
哎，可以用相应的颜色。哇
No.
，too much。相应的颜色。
Green.
Green. No, green. Blue.
Blue. You have another one? Blue. Go back to you.
啊，
Okay.
相应的颜色。又是 blue，现在一直在吐泡泡。
Go back to you.
Wow.
Skip you.
我现在 yellow 是最多的。
揪是吧？
对。
Okay, blue 9. No?
Blue 这个
Green change another.
Green 9. You don't have 9?
not have.
9.
Oh,
What color?
Green.
Skip me.
I have this. Blue.
Blue.
哇
One green.
Green.
Green 6.
What? No.
哪拍了？
没拍了。
我去。
再来洗一下。
She can dance.
No.
Dance.
Yeah.
No.
K-pop?
Let's go.
You know,
Huh?
Blackpink.
Oh, Blackpink. Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys like K-pop?
We too like K-pop.
Oh. You dance too?
I can dance.
Only her.
She can sing. She can.
Oh, you
can
dance
dance too.
and she sing. You sing and her dance. And she dance.
And she can dance too.
Yeah. She can dance too.
She can dance. She can dance too. 民族
Yellow.
Long 是民间的
Yellow.
Yellow. No.
No yellow? Oh, number 4. 5 plus 2. Green.
FL OK.
民族的歌
Flock.
You can put this.
Flock dance.
Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Red.
Red.
Skip you.
No.
No 0 too.
0.
0.
这个 zero。制定一个颜色。blue。
5.
哇
Yellow.
7
Skip you. Plus 2. Blue.
我这个牌可以3票2。
Red.
Right.
激动的时候。
产品有感觉吗？
不懂英语，怎么说？
So how did you learn dancing?
Did you learn dance by herself?
Take a video.
Just
See the
watching
movie.
video. Watching videos.
Watching
MV.
every day.
She practice dance when eating.
Eating?
Yeah. And because sitting here, she can
It's like an exercise.
Yeah. And after brushing her teeth, and she will.
对，欧盟。
拔掉牙齿。
你刷完牙之后，然后
刷牙之后教我。
This I'm doing this. For example, I do a lot. I read a lot. I'm publishing some books. So besides when I'm not teaching, right? Because I do have a lot of free time here in China. So when I'm home, I'm working on my books. I can give you one of my books for free. Okay, I'm gonna give it to all of you. Yes. So let me give it to all of you one of my books. That is for helping you in English. This is you, right?
Yes.
You're the first one.
Publish a book?
Yes.
他的
你这个优秀的，
我以为他是录了一个 video。
So this one is you. The other one. This is all of you, right?
这是我们所有的微信吗？
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna send it to all of you.
有你。
This book is also for sale on Amazon, but I'm giving you for free, right? So, and to help you learn English.
Keen to learn English. Wow. Important. Wow. Wow.
Smart.
You can take. I'm gonna send you another.
$35块钱。
You can take a test of this book on my website. This is the link. I'm sending you the link. For the same websites, for example, they have sections. Right? One is my blog, another one quizzes. You can take a quiz of this book in my website. You can read it and then you can see how much you remember by answering the questions.
没想到这边英语最好的人都一样。
他会听，理科比。
194级没考，但
又
是一个。
是一个 I can only listening, but my reading is not really good.
Oh, maybe this is going to help you. So, for example, this book is full of ideas of things that you can do to practice English more. There's a lot of things that a student can do to practice English. And this book is full of ideas. How can you practice?
Should we speak out?
For example, you can watch movies, you can read books, you can talk to friends, you can sing music. But for example, music, I used to learn a lot of American music, but I never learned English. There's a proper way. So you need to download the lyrics, you need to understand the lyrics, look in the dictionary, and then you need to sing together. Because then you learn how to, your pronunciation is going to get better. And because you're learning the lyrics, you're remembering. So you know how to say it, and then you learn vocabulary as well. So music is a nice way. You learn a new music, let's say every week. So in 1 year you learn 52 music. It's a lot. Reading is something that I also do because I want to, for example, if I stop practicing my English, I'm going to lose it. So language is like this. If you don't use it, you're going to forget. The only one you're not going to forget is your own language because it's your native language. But if you learn something later, like in English, I was learning when I was 20 years of age. If I stop practicing, I will lose it. I don't want to lose it. So this is why I'm always keeping practicing. Talking to people, reading in English, things like that. And I was telling them, if they have good, for example, you're in the first year, right?
Yeah.
So you still have 2 more years here?
2 more years. Yeah. 3 years.
3 more years? So if you start studying English, let's say practicing a little bit every day, by the end of the 3 years you're going to be very good, and then you're going to find a much better job, because English and any degree makes you make more money.
I know.
Companies pay more money for people who can speak another language, especially, I mean, not especially, everywhere, right? In Brazil, the same thing. A lot of people don't speak English. They go to English courses. They try to practice. They want to get better jobs. For example, a lot of my friends, they're kind of envious. They're kind of jealous of me. They saw me learning English, put some effort, and now they see this guy's learning English. Now he's in China, so they feel like, I want to do the same. Now they see that I'm getting the results of my effort. Now they feel, I wish I had done the same. I wish I had studied English like he did. Because now he's traveling the world, his job is better than mine, things like that. For example, I don't know, you're gonna maybe read the networking, right? So networking is something that no one is doing. For example, I teach a class. In my first day of class, I usually tell the class rules, right? I tell them how it's going to be the semester, and then I teach about networking. So the second part of my class is networking, and I tell them, if you start building up your networking, you're gonna find a job easier than your classmates, because nobody's doing this. For example, if you want to find a job in Beijing, how do you do it? Let's say you want to go to Beijing and work there when you graduate. How do you find a job in Beijing?
Just send your CV to the...
Yes, most people wanted to work in the big city, right? Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, right? They're the big cities in China. So I asked this question in class: how do you find a job in the city that you are not there? How do you find a job? They answer me like you. You search the internet, right? Companies who have opening position, and then they send their resume, right? So look at the side of the company. The company is receiving thousands of resumes, right, for everyone in China, right? And how are you going to stand out between those thousands of resumes? You're just one more. You have no more chances, no less, right? Very hard, very competitive. This is what you're saying. It's very hard to find a job. But for example, let's say for example you want to work in, I don't know, University of Beijing, and let's say you have a friend working there already. So instead of sending your resume to human resources like everybody else, you send to your friend, and your friend print your resume and give to the human resources. She's my friend in Zhengzhou, right? So maybe she wants to work here and she is qualified, so give him a chance for the interview. Because of your friend, you're not better than everyone, but the human resource is going to call you because your friend put you in front of everybody. This is how important networking is. For example, this is how I find my job in China. Instead of sending my resumes to all the universities here, I was talking to a friend, a Chinese girl, and we were talking about, traveling, right? And then I told her, I wish I want to go abroad again. And then she said, would you like to come to China? We are hiring teachers. And then I sent my resume to her, and then she print the resume, give to the human resources. I have a friend in Brazil, and he have good English. He have a bachelor degree. He wants to come to China. Give him a call. So the human resources call me up. Here we have a Miss Chanel work here with us, and she gave your resume and asked us to call you. And then they call me. We have an interview, and I'm here. I'm not better than the other teachers. I was just put in front of everybody. And this is how important it is to build up your networking. And the best time to build up your network is when you're in the school. Because, yes, you don't start building your network when you graduate. So you should have your networking already big enough when you graduate. The one thing is like this. No, for example, let's say I want to be your friend because I want something from you. Do you like that? The only reason I wanted to be your friend is because I want something from you. I want your help. Is that a nice thing? No, it's not nice, right? So if you want to make friends because you want something from them, you want them to help you find a job, they don't like this. People don't like. But right now, you don't need a job, right? So it's very easy to go to the internet and trying to add people. I want to be your friend, right? For example, I used to use this app here, but this one is not working in China. You know this one here, LinkedIn? This is it stopped working here. So, but there's another apps that you can do it. For example, you can I don't know. There might be Chinese ones. For example, if you add someone, I wanna add. For example, today I add all your WeChat, right? So we're making friends, we're playing games, I'm talking to you, right? It's nice, right? But if I wanted to add your WeChat because I want something from you, you might be suspicious. I don't know, right? Right? But let's say now you're my friends, right? And let's say we keep in touch, and then next year you already graduate and start working. Let's say you go to Beijing, and you work in Beijing. And now I want to go to Beijing. And then I post here in my is there anyone here? I'm looking for opportunities in Beijing. And then you see my post because you're my friend. Oh, my friend 2 years ago, he wants to come here in Beijing. Now, maybe you can send him up. My company is hiring. So do you want to come here? So you are my friend already, but okay? But if I just want to be your friend because I want to ask your help, this is not good. So right now, you guys don't need a job. This is the best time to start adding people, making friends with them. So you can follow them. When they post something, you can read, oh, this is a nice post, I learned something. So what can you tell me more about this? And then you keep your relationship with many people as possible. One day they're going to help you find a job. And this is the easiest way to find a job. And nobody is doing it. It's amazing. Nobody's doing it. So when you look for how do you find a job, they're going to send in resumes to the internet. This is the worst way of finding a job.
But our networking mostly from our parents.
Yes, this is why you need to start working. For example, I know there's other apps. For example, you can use WeChat, you can use other apps, right? For example, is there apps here that you can use to, for example, LinkedIn is a professional network. You can search companies, you can search people by their profession. For example, I can put here the keyword. I wanted to find marketers. I wanted to find accountants. And they're going to bring a lot of people. Their profession is accountant. And then you can click here, add this person. So the other person is going to receive, Marcelo wants to add you. And they have a choice. Yes, accept or no, reject. Right? So when you add in people, for example, LinkedIn, open a box. You can write a message. So usually I don't know those people. I just add them out. This guy seems a nice person. He's a teacher. So I add the teacher. And then I open a box. I said, I am here in China teaching. I like to add you as because I see your teacher too. So a small message, just 2-3 lines. And they say, Marcelo wants to add me. And he's also a teacher. Maybe it's okay. And they accept me. And then, because they accept me, I can see their posts, right? So when I see a post, I can write a comment. I like your post. I learned something. Very nice. I give a thumbs up. You can do this in social media, right? And then this person is going to remember me because, I am her friend already. She see my comments on her posts, right? And this is how you're building up your networking. You don't need to meet face to face. It's okay. It's better, right? But you can start building up your networking through social media. So for example, you can read the article. For example, I send you the post about networking because you can read it. And also I recorded some of my classes teaching about networking. You can watch in YouTube later. And it's very easy to do. You're just gonna have to sit maybe 10 or 15 minutes every week and adding people. Right? And if you do this for 1-2 years, you're gonna have 1,000 people in your networking. It's gonna be so much easier to find a job. People don't know how to use networking to find a job. That's the reality. They feel like, is it gonna work? I don't know. It does work, and it's the best way to find a job. And it's easier also. So if I were you, I would start increasing my network. Making friends, for example, university. This is amazing time to make friends. For example, I came here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new friends, right? I just came here to eat. You can do the same. Every week, maybe go and sit at a different table, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Usually 2 people eating together. 3. Oh, there's a vacancy here. Come here. Oh, can I sit here with you guys? So what is your major? So it's good to make friends with another major, right? And then you can start making friends for people here in this campus. Go to the West Campus, make friends with there's more boys there, right? More technical jobs like statistics, mathematics, engineering there, right? So one day all of you are going to graduate, right? And they're going to go back to your hometown. Some of you are going to find a job right away, right? So now if you have many friends in university, in 3 years you're going to have friends around China because they're going to go back to their hometowns. You're going to be having friends working in this company, and their company, another company. It's going to be so much easier for you to find a job in those companies because you have somebody already working in these companies, on the companies.
So I should make friends.
Yes, you should. It seems harder, but it's not. If you start doing this, it's going to be easier and easier. When I came here in China, I wasn't doing this. I was kind of shy, and I was eating alone all the time. And I started getting depressed. And then I said, well, this is not a good way, so let me do something different. And then I started buying books on how to make friends. And they told me, well, eating together is a nice way to make friends. And I said, yes, I can go to the canteen and start students for me to sit together and eat together. And it was the first day was harder because I don't know, they might say no, right? They're gonna reject it. Right? This is a common fear. But I end up approaching students. Oh, can I sit here? Most of them say yes. So if someone say no, for example, if you said no, you cannot sit here, I probably go and ask the next table. Somebody will say yes. Don't let this overwhelm you. Right? Don't let the rejections affect you. Some people will say no. It's normal. And if somebody say no, go and talk to the next person. Right?
Somebody say no, we will feel embarrassed.
Yes, usually we feel embarrassed. And this is why we're not doing this. This is why you're not making friends, because you're afraid of rejection. I have a nice, for example, I told you there's a lot of posts, right? So some of them are really good ones. For example, I wrote about rejection here. No thanks, rejected. So read this one. This one is very nice. So here I put you guys know this, right? TED Talks, right? Do you know the TED? Do you know TED? Talk to TED?
Yeah.
So you can watch this, for example. This is a Chinese guy. His name is Jia, I guess. And he was kind of a shy person, and he was feeling that because he has a fear of being rejected, he was losing a lot of opportunities in his life. And then he kind of searched for how can I overcome my fear of rejection. And he came up with a rejection therapy. Like you go out and seek for rejection. The more rejected you are, the less it's going to affect you. For example, if you're afraid of being rejected, you have this fear. But if I go and seek for rejections, And people, okay, for example, seek for rejection, he's starting asking people crazy things for them to say no to him. The more they say no to him, the less we will affect him. Because it's becoming normal. Right? So, and then he starts asking people crazy things. For example, he went to a stranger in the street, can I borrow you 100 yuan? So what do you think is going to be the answer? For example, if you ask anybody, for example, go and ask him, can I borrow 100 yuan from you? So what do you think is going to be his answer?
So strange.
Yeah, for example, if you don't know him, right? If you go to him and ask, can I borrow from you 100 yuan? What do you think is going to be his answer?
No.
Yes, going to be no. And then, okay, now we're going to ask another person, another crazy thing. So for them to reject you. So he starts doing this. The more he was doing it, the less affects him. Because it's normal. It's just a no. But he find out a lot of people are saying yes. For example, the first time he went ask somebody $100, and then he was so nervous, and that when the person said no, he turns back and run away. But the next time he saw, well, the guy wasn't threatening him or anything. There's no reason for him to run away. So the next time he's kind of stay engaged, and then when some people say no, he's asked why. And sometimes because he was asking why, he was able to turn the no into a yes. Right? So he learns a lot of things about rejection. And the rejection is not the end of the world. So some people will say no, don't let it affect you. For example, I'm asking you to build a networking. Some people will say no. So don't stop it because of people say no. Keep looking for people who say yes. And then grow up your networking. And then when you graduate, it's going to be much easier for you to find a job. That's my best advice for students. And I'm kind of doing this because I've been eating in the canteen for a long time. I mean, I'm here 2 years, right? I'm eating the canteen for 2 years here. So I get to know a lot of you, like students like you. Some of them are already graduating. They ask me, teacher, I'm going to graduate this year. Do you have any advice for finding a job? I'm so hard. I'm not finding a job. What can I do? So this is the answer. This is something that you can do to make your search for a job easier. And there's a lot of other things I talk about here. You can see a lot of posts there about many different things, like job search, job hunting, like time when you're in university, learning English, tricks and tips, English corner, like dating. How many of you have boyfriends? You have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes?
No.
So 3 yeses, you know.
Yeah.
For example, it's a good thing, right? For example, your life has a study is one area, right? Like keeping your mind sharp, learning. But also you have a social life. You also have your body to take care of, like eating well, sleeping well, so being healthy, right? So your body, right, it has to be in good health. Your mind should be learning, right? Your social life should be having friends, and also the spiritual life, like the meaning. If your life is meaningless, you have no purpose in life, right? So if you have those 4 things going well, this is when your life is good. If you're just studying and you're sick or you don't have friends, you're not happy. If you just have friends but you're done, not studying, not learning anything, you're sick, your life is not good, you need to have those 4 areas. Good.
Learning, sick, study.
Yes, for example, your physical health is one of them. Your mental health, like you're learning something challenging, right? Your social life, like friends, and the meaning of your life. Do you have any meaning? Some people have religion, other people have, a meaningful something, the purpose. Right? I asked this question, for example, in English Corner. I did a lot of English Corner activities. So people ask about me, right? So this is why, teacher, are you here? Where's your family? Are you married? Are you alone? Are you feeling lonely here? So they ask me. And then I ask them back, oh, what about you? So do you miss your family? You're here, right? Alone. You leave your family and then come here, right? So are you dating someone? What's your plan? Are you going to marry after? So, for example, I'm asking, what is your life plan? For example, the three of you have boyfriends. Do you ever talk about marriage? No? Is that important? Are you going to marry? You know, so is that something that you want to do? Yes? No?
说这话是啥意思？
Marriage.
结
Yes.
婚
Is
结
that
婚
important?
哦，
It's about family. Not only we two, but family.
I'm asking you this because I am finding a lot of girls that they don't want to marry. So when I ask this in the English Corner, most common answer is they don't want to marry. So for example here, I found three of you having boyfriends, right? For example, it's not very common. They kind of feel like the career is more important, study is more important, relationship is not good, it's not important. And well, my opinion on this is like this. Yes, career is very important. This is how you support yourself, right? This is how you make money, right? But career does not fulfill your life. Does not make you happy.
Yeah.
对你人生不着。
So you can have good jobs, you can have cars, everything. Your life can be more comfortable.
Yeah.
But even though it does not bring happiness. So what brings happiness is good relationships. For example, if you have a relationship with your parents, with your sister, brother, or your special one, your husband, right? And this is when you're happy.
Alright.
There is a experiment done, not experiment. There's this movement in Western countries, especially in the United States. They call it feminism. Have you heard about it? Feminism. It starts a long time ago, many years ago, and they're preaching girls that they supposed to be independent, not be dependent on the man. They should pursue careers, have good jobs, and they don't need to marry. And a lot of girls buy into this idea. So they didn't marry. They graduate from university. They go master degree. They kind of start on their own companies. And now a lot of those girls are 40, 45, 50 years, and they're still single. But they have money. They have good cars. They have good houses. They have good jobs, right? But they're single. They're single and they feel miserable. They have no kids. For example, they have no meaningful relationships in their lives, and they feel like they made the wrong decision. If they ask them, if you go back in time, would you made a different decision? They say yes. For example, it's much harder for a person to find a partner, especially for girls when they're 40, 45, 50. I know in China, for example, they call leftover women. Right? It's becoming harder to find a partner after 30. So here is much easier, much sooner. So, see, money is not the most important thing. You have to have a balanced life.
It doesn't want to get married.
Does not? No, this.
He wants to earn money and travel.
For example, Tuesday. I was correcting papers with my assistant here in the teachers department, and we went to have lunch together.
Yeah.
And I was talking to them, right? And then they all married, right? Those older teachers.
Yeah.
And then I was telling them my experience in the English Corner, telling that a lot of girls they didn't want to get married. In the past, in my generation, my father's generation, it's very rare to find a girl who did not want to get married. So every girl wants to get married, and this is their priority in their life. But nowadays, the priority is to find jobs. So I tell them, well, they don't want to get married, and then their teachers, female teachers, and they said, oh, they're going to change their minds when they get older. And then I told them, well, I'm afraid when they change their mind, it's going to be too late. They're going to be 30, 40, and then it's going to be harder for them to find a partner.
什么 too late 呀？
For example, right now you're young and pretty, so it's very easy for you to find a boyfriend. But for example, you can ask older women, for example, when they're 35, 40, it's not easy for them anymore, it's harder. This is why a lot of them still single. They kind of, now when they wanted to find a partner, so they pursue career, they have good jobs already. Now they want to find a partner, they don't find it.
Chinese parents opinion, they think you should find a good job, not find a boyfriend first.
Maybe you can do those things together, balance life. For example, if you're just studying, right? You should be studying. You should have friends. You should take care of your body, right? For example, if you're just studying, not eating, not sleeping, you're gonna die, right? So you should study, take care of your body, but also take care of your social life. Make friends. Where do you think your husband's gonna come from?
They think you can make friends but not boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, in the school they think you should study hard, not
Yeah,
find a
I know
boyfriend.
some people. They find a boyfriend and they're gonna date every day. No, you can set some rules. Okay, let's meet only Wednesday and Saturday, right? If you find a boy. So what I'm saying is, the study is still a priority, but you still can have a. For example, you can study together. You can help each other. You can be the incentive to study instead of the other way around.
Chinese parents might they think it's not really good.
I understand. Parents have a very good, very high influence in our life, but they're not here. Are they?
If they know
I know
that-
some students, their fathers don't know.
Yeah.
But for example, usually it's the opposite. For example, I know there's a service here in China. You can rent a boyfriend, right? Because usually when the girls started to approach 30 years of age, their parents become uneasy. Do you have a boyfriend? They're gonna worry that you're not gonna get married, right? So they're gonna put some pressure on girls, right? So why they don't want you to get a boyfriend? It's usually, I heard the opposite. They usually want you to get a relationship and marry. But people stop doing this.
After graduate, they want you to find a boyfriend. That's this will be kind of separate.
In my opinion, I need maybe the soulmate.
Soulmate. Do you believe in soulmate?
Yes.
I don't believe in soulmate.
I believe it. So I have a high standard.
I do have also high standard, but I don't believe in soulmate.
高的标准。
So what is a soulmate? Tell me what it is a soulmate.
I think maybe she understands me.
You mean
He understands
it is one perfect person for you, one perfect person for you. So the definition of a soulmate is there is one person who is the perfect person for you, right? For example, if I was to believe this, I am doomed because I am already divorced. I maybe lost my soulmate. So I'm never going to be happy again? Is that what you're saying? So I believe that a lot of people I can marry many people. They don't have to be just one person. For example, what I'm saying is, if I find a person who has the same values, they want to go the same direction. This is good, already good. It doesn't have to be the perfect person.
I think the person will be in my future when I better.
Yes, the person that you're being with is supposed to help you be better. So I feel like marriage, for example, single life is like this, neither. right? If you marry the wrong person, it's gonna get worse. A lot of people fight. A lot of people don't have good relationship with their husband, so their life get worse.
Yeah.
But if you marry the good person, the right person, your life can be much better. This is why it's important to date. Dating is when you get to know the other person, right? So, for example, this is how you get to know the boy. For example, if he doesn't lose your temper, for example, if you're dating him, he's losing his temper and he hits you. So, for example, you're gonna marry this person? No, right? Because if he's hit you when you're dating him, it's gonna get worse when you marry him. So, for example, if you catch him lying to you, you're gonna marry this person? So this is how you find the other person is good or bad, by dating. And if it's a bad person, you should break up and find another one who is good,
Yeah.
right?
No, we always change boyfriends.
Oh, they're lying, hitting you.
Not suitable.
Have in mind that you're never gonna find a perfect person, but. There's another thing that society is doing that was very different from my time. This is kind of a sensitive topic. I don't know if you want me to talk about it or not. Do you want me to talk about it? This is my opinion, okay? This is my life. I don't hide it. For example, people stop saving sex for marriage. Yeah. In my generation, my father's generation, they only have sex after marriage. But now, people are having sex before marriage. It's normal. Okay. But for example, sex for example, when you have sex with someone, your body releases hormone that makes you attached to the person. This is attachment hormone. So if you have sex with someone, you feel like very close to the person. That's normal, and it's supposed to be like this. For example, if you're dating someone and you have lots of red flags, he's lying, he's hating you, right? But because you're having sex, you feel very close to that person. So you overlook the red flags. So a lot of people are getting married to the wrong person because they're lying, they're cheating on them. But because of sex is good, they feel very close, they feel very attached to that person. So, for example, dating is supposed to be to get to know the person. If you're not having sex, your ability to see if this is a good or bad person is much higher. Because sex masks your ability to see if the other person is good or bad. And for example, I am very old school. So I only had sex when I was married to my wife. And then after divorce, I never had sex with anyone. If I dating someone, I will not have sex until I get married. And I'm just getting to know the person. If she's lying, if she's doing something bad, I can notice right away. But if I are having sex with this person, I'll feel very attached to this person. If she's doing something wrong, my ability to see it is very low. There is studies about this. For example, the science, the social science is becoming much more developed. For example, there are studies saying that the more you sleep before marriage, the less stable is going to be your marriage. Because sex is supposed to bring two people together. They're gonna bond, feel very close to each other, right? But if you're sleeping with all your past boyfriends, you lose the ability to bond with someone. So this is not good. But very many people feel it's very uncomfortable topic. I'm not afraid. I live like this. I never had sex outside of marriage. Now that I'm divorced, I'm not having sex with anyone. And if I dated someone, I would not have sex until I get married. This is my opinion. I'm not ashamed of it. But a lot of people, they feel ashamed of talking about this. This is not very comfortable topic. So I'm not gonna ask you guys. Don't worry.
啊？
But for example, there's one thing that I can tell you. You know, there's a lot of single mothers in many countries. Philippines have maybe a lot of single mothers there. So usually what happens is you start dating some boy. Usually the boy, the man is the one who wants to initiate sex. Usually it's the man. And they start making pressure. If you do, let's have sex. And you say, no, let's wait. And then he's going to make more pressure. No, let's have it. We're dating for 6 months already, right? So let's have it. And then the boy's going to increase the pressure. If we don't have sex, I'm going to break up with you and find another girl who can sleep with me. And then a lot of our girls gave up the pressure. So they have sex. Because they're afraid of their boyfriends breaking up with them. So when they get pregnant, usually what happens is the boy runs away and leave her alone to raise the kid. So this is not a good predicament. So my counsel to those girls is, okay, if the boy cannot wait, break up with him. This is not a good person for you. It's hard. It's hard. You feel like, I'm gonna lose the love of my life. I don't want to lose him, right? A lot of our girls that I talk to, I mean, I am in the dating website. I ask those questions, and they tell me, oh yes, I did sleep with him, and then after I got pregnant, he left me. This is the story of many single mothers, and this is very sad. So they lose the boyfriend, and now they have to raise their kid alone. This is not good. And think about it. So what does it mean to save sex for marriage? It means that you can control yourself. For example, sex is something that it's a desirable thing. It is good, it's supposed to be good, but if you don't have control to your body, for example, would you marry someone that cannot hold a job? Would you marry someone that comes back drunk and hit you? For example, somebody is supposed to have control of their body, right? So they're supposed not to drink too much, to not get drunk. They're supposed to be able to hold a job. I mean, means that they're supposed to do the tasks, not getting in the job late. So it's a responsible person, right? And the control and being able to save sex means that you can control yourself, right? For example, a boy who's losing the temper and hits the girl. This is not a good person. For example, you might have disagreement, but the boy's never gonna hit you. So this is him having control of himself. This is a good trait. But let's say, for example, if you cannot wait, right? So you have sex, you marry this person, okay? So now let's say you're married, he's find a job, he's gonna travel for business travel, and now he's traveling to Beijing to a conference, and you know there's gonna be pretty girls there, and you know that he cannot control himself, right? Because you had sex with him, because you had sex before marriage, because he cannot control himself. Now he's on the business trip, you're not with him, he's gonna be far away in Beijing, there's gonna be pretty girls. How are you gonna feel about it?
Bad man.
Your husband, for example, your husband cannot control himself, and he's not with you, surrounded by pretty girls in another city.
Yeah.
See, it does affect trustfulness. If you save sex for marriage and you're being loyal to each other, only you have more trust.
Yeah.
Relationship is better when you have trust. There's no good relationship without trust. So this is another reason.
做什么？这是什么的原因啊？
就是你单身的原因。 you leave the girl, but you run away. But she
bad man.
For example, I'm here, I'm single here, right? So I have been to Chinese dating websites. And my first question is always like this. I tell him what I believe in. So I talk about, I'm a teacher here, I have 2 boys already, I've been divorced. But I don't wait too long to ask the first most important questions. So what do you believe in for example, what do you believe about sex? Would you do it before marriage? And when the girl said yes, I kind of, I dump her. I'm never gonna keep pursuing a relationship with her. And I told her, I'm not doing it. I'm not having sex with anyone. I never did. I have because I was married before. And I asked it's not fair, right? I'm going to marry a girl who's have slept with 5 people already. And I didn't. So it's not fair for me, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not asking something that I'm not doing. Because a lot of people, you have to do this, but I'm not doing it. No, I don't have to do it. No, I'm not asking something that I'm not doing myself. You understand? Because it's unfair, right? So, for example, you have to do it, but I don't. For example, when a father asks a son, please don't smoke because it's bad for your health. But the father is smoking. So he has no credibility, no reputation to ask the son to not smoke. The same thing. If I ask a girl, don't sleep around, right? So, and I am sleeping around. This is not fair, right?
talking with my boyfriend.
What?
Talking with her.
Talking with her boyfriend.
How long have you been dating? How long?
How long?
How long? One
year.
1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
Oh my god.
3 years.
Almost.
264 days.
Yeah.
No, 1 year.
No, this is less than 1 year. So you must know him pretty well by now, right? For example, dating for 1 year is a good amount of time because no one can pretend or hide something for you for too long. For example, if you're dating for 1 or 2 weeks, you don't know him very well. He might be, because you don't want to look bad, right? So you always wear best clothes, you try to behave well. But if you're dating here for 1 year, right? So it's very hard to hide something that you're for 1 whole year. This is why dating is important, because you get to know the other person. What?
She had a long underground affair.
Underground affair?
She
Had a long underground affair. You mean you cheat on your boyfriend?
No,
yes.
she cheated us. No, I keep selling.
She cheated our.
She cheat you?
No.
What do you mean?
I keep silent, just keep silent.
Oh, you guys didn't know that she had a boyfriend?
Yeah. Before dinner.
Oh.
She cheated us.
You-
She cheated us
But
a long time.
why do you have to know that she had a boyfriend? Why?
Why?
Why do you need to know that she had a boyfriend?
为什么你需要知道他
That's the one.
We are
That's
best
the one.
friends.
We are best friends.
Yeah. No, concerned. Because if the boy is a bad boy, 然后 we all know my boyfriend. We
You hang together?
他前面那天然是后悔了的。
Free
Is
boyfriend.
he from this university? Is he from here?
Yeah.
The West Campus?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Like you can see him often. Because, for example, I know some older students. They're dating, but their boyfriend is from older university. They usually come only on Saturdays.
Yes.
Oh, older university?
Yes.
He comes only on Saturdays? Or
今天见一下。
金水。
I don't know. But that's farther, right? It's long. It's far away, right?
in Zhengzhou.
Okay.
Not very long. We can meet.
2 weeks have one
We
day.
can meet each other.
Twice. Okay. How long have you been dating?
Half year.
Half year. So who is the other boyfriend you? How long have you been dating? Huh? 3 years? This must be a serious dating now,
When
right?
in high school. When in high school.
Did you talk to him about marriage?
我是这
Because 3 years is a long time.
1年换一个。
For example, I date my wife 2 years. Yes, and then after 2 years we got married. For example, 1 year is a good amount of time. Because, for example, if you're dating too soon, like a few months, you don't know the other person yet. Because they might be hiding something. But it is hard to hide something for a long time, like 1 year or more, right? So 1 year is a good amount of time. But more than that, 2 years is going to be very serious. We're going to be like each other a lot, right? 2 years is kind of a... So this is why I'm asking. This must be a very serious dating right now. Yes. Serious means, for example, if you don't, for example, you already know if you like him or not, right? You're dating him for example, let's say 1 year. You're dating this person for 1 year. You know if you like him or not, right? So if you keep dating this person, it isn't because you're pursuing to have a good future with this person. There's no reason to keep dating someone for a too much longer period of time if you're not seeking to stay together for, I don't know, for your life or something. My uncle was crazy. He dated 8 years, the same person before he married her. 8 years is too much.
8 years.
Yes, 8 years. For example, there's people who date longer when they start like when they're teenagers or they're still kids, they're dating the same person. They date longer because they're not gonna marry. For example, if you start dating someone with 13 years of age, you're not gonna get married to 20, right? 13 to 20 is gonna be 7 years. But if you start dating someone when you're already adult, like after 18 or something, there's no reason to the dating is supposed to be so many years. Unless you start when you're a teenager or something like that. The batteries must be finishing here because there's a lot.